Hello everyone in the TestFlix community, glad to be connected with all of you. Today I'm going to spend some time talking about shift left concepts possible in the digital accessibility space. If you look at the evolution of the testing world, what happened to us in the 1950s to 60s, bulk of the users were technical users within what was called as the electronic data processing or the EDP team. This is more for the current generation. So because the end users were restricted to technical teams and the senior leadership depended on printed reports, we didn't worry much about user experience. But as time flew, the test team had to be more and more in tune with different kinds of users, because from tech teams it moved to business decision makers and then it moved to end common users. So with that, the evolution of the test teams and the focus of testers changed significantly. Where, let's say, from focusing on finding defects, we went on to proving that it works. Then we went to proving that it does not work. We needed that level of precision and understanding of the applications under test. And from there, we went on to understanding that if end customers have to be happy and we need to expand business, early defect prevention was very key. So which means test teams had to be included in the thinking of the product life cycle much early, and they were starting to get involved right upfront when we started thinking about the business requirements or how the product should evolve. So today, if you look at it, with a team of well-evolved test career paths like test designers and architects, we have a role to play in business optimization, building more user-sensitive products and enhancing user experience, and also not compromise on robustness of the systems. So let's see what it means in the world of digital accessibility. Now, what have we been doing so far? We are desperately trying to ensure that we comply to norms of the legal norms and somehow make our products accessible. But if I look at it in a different way, look at products like Siri. It was meant for people with blindness, but today all of us use Siri on a daily basis. And similarly, if we look at these small beautiful products like fidget spinner, it was meant to help people with autism learn better. But if I look at it, it got extended to help many people who are trying to learn new things or do things which needs a lot of research and focus. So we have to understand and move from doing charity to being truly inclusive because it adds business value. That is the shift left. Now, what does that mean in our day-to-day basis? We have to look at designing and creation of accessible products and services. Now, what does that mean? It has to be truly accessible to a diverse set of users, because as we discussed earlier, the end users are now innumerable. There is no limit. For instance, my mother got into online banking very recently, as of 2 weeks ago. I enabled her, trained her to use it effectively. So what starts out for people with disabilities extends to many other communities, as we all know. And similarly, so going on from that thought process, it's very important, like the way testers were included in business teams early, we need to start including people with disabilities earlier in the thinking. Now what it means is, we have their thinking upfront. So we also need to understand, like any of us, they could have, some of them could be good designers, some of them could be good testers, some of them could have very good engineering capabilities. Similarly, we have to use them in these different parts of the product lifecycle, and which influences the evolution of the product effectively. That thought leadership is very key. And then we have to move towards creating very inclusive and accessible career paths. I want to spend a minute on this because, for example, if we have to get to the 9th floor, very few people are going to use staircase. We will depend on elevators. Similarly, we have to understand that if we truly care about people with disabilities working in our environment, we have to make certain physical environment conducive for them to work easily. That is all our responsibility. And then things will flow anyway, depending on their capabilities. From that, we have to move on to truly developing policies and ecosystem which has a sustained and long-term impact. Now, what it means is upfront, like the way we said, we have to be included as testers everywhere. We need to embrace these diverse personas upfront, and most important is first recognizing the need that digital products need to be accessible for all communities. And if we involve them in design phase itself, we have lesser legal issues and compliance issues later. We all know that we take longer to fix things than develop things. So let us focus on creating more products than fixing problems first. That's my primary purpose. Let's build a more inclusive workforce and softwares as we go along. Thank you.